Mature content warning. This computer software contains content that may be unsuitable for some players, including depictions of violence, sexual conduct, abuse, rape, mental illness, murder, discriminatory language, and suicide. This work does not in any way endorse or affirm criminal acts or violations of human rights. By continuing beyond this point, the user agrees he or she or they acknowledges the above, do not find such content described above offensive nor obscene, and is requesting this content as in good mental health. Hello everyone, welcome back! My name is Corvin. If you're new here, I'm usually a streamer on Twitch, but today I am here for you guys with Hashihime of the Old Book Town. Yay! Oh god, not gonna lie, this is a bit later than I usually would record, so I'm a bit out of it. I don't know, I'm just not feeling that well. But as always, we have to play this game because I am very curious about what the hell is going to happen next. So let's just get into the game, shall we? Once I came to, I was lying in front of my bedsheet. Eh? B5? Wait. I don't remember on the last one. Oh, the last one? Oh, yeah. The last one, Minakami died. Oh, yeah, we saw the suicide, and then we decided to jump back in time again. Right. Oh god, memory is a bit rotten. I had once again returned to Earth along with this rain. B5. I had just jumped 5 times.
Tamamori 君、水上君が自殺と認めた今、今度の君はどこへ流れるつもりだ？
どんな手段を使ってでも水上を引き止めます。
By stealing the manuscript, most likely, no? I'll start over in this world with a clear mind. Wait, we always go back to this point of time. If we go back at the first day, do we go back 3 days ago before today, or still like today? I think still today, because on the suicide it was not that far. I'll start over in this world with a clear mind. Even if Minakami thought my manuscript were shit, even if Kawase hated Minakami, I would let bygones be bygones and attempt to go back my usual routine. And Minakami was a fundamental part of my peaceful daily life.
その方法とは？
水上監禁その2です。
Okay.
その2。水上君の監禁は一度失敗しているが。
あれは川瀬を騙すような真似をしたことが失敗だったのです。次は必ずうまくいく。
また川瀬さんを頼らなくちゃならないんですか？
As even than Kawase, it's easier for us to ask for the professor's help, no? Hakase-kin! But that's just me.
案ずるな。あの川瀬と水上をついでに仲直りさせる方法も思いついたのだ。
でも。
おっと、早くしないと私が帰ってきてしまう。
自分のドッペルゲンゲルを残したまま行くのか？
はい。金魚の水替えと水上から招待券を受け取ってもらいたいのです。
I tried to say something logical, but honestly there were a part of me that just didn't want to see Minakami. I mean, after what we saw, I pretty understand why. I went to Imperial University. After Kawase had coffee with me by Kanda Bridge, he should be heading to his classes there. After a while, people gathered into the pathology lecture hall, and eventually classes quietly began. When I snuck peek in... Oh, look at him being studious, Uri Kawase. Kawase was there diligently paying attention to his class.
あいつが勉強する姿、久しぶりに見たな。
真剣そのものだ。
Well, he is a top student. Kawase hated words like effort. The idea of someone thinking that he put sincere effort into anything or that he was a hard worker seemed to embarrass him. Kawase's story. Ooh, it's been a while since we had one of these. Once when we were younger, I saw him running as fast as he could through the schoolyard after class let out. I wasn't sure if he had I wasn't sure if he had lost a fight or if someone had teased him, but he seemed annoyed. He ran with a sharp glint in his eyes as if he was chasing after someone unseen. I was stuck at school for supplementary lessons. He did independent studies. I never forget the misery of those days. Kawase suddenly turned his eyes towards me. Surprisingly, he smiled at me. Ooh! I immediately hid.
なんで笑ったんでしょう。
バカにされたのだ。
I didn't have the qualification to be a Heist, so I couldn't be a part of the class. But I could listen. That wasn't why I was here right now. If I studied a little, even I could take this class.
講義終了まで時間ありますね。暇ですね。
暇ですね。
散歩でもするかい？
I feel like the Hime desu ne is like the frogman's new catchphrase.
いえ、そんな気分じゃ。
Haruhiko-san began to walk around on his own. He opened his umbrella, which was small in comparison to his head, and trudged away in the opposite direction.
ああ、ちょっと。
三四郎池に行こう。今の君に必要なのは心の落ち着きだ。
Haruhiko-san turned around with a glare that wouldn't take no for an answer. I followed after him helplessly. You know the way? Are we gonna meet Uri, military man? I forgot his name already, not gonna lie. Sunshine Pond was located right in the middle of the Imperial University. It was surrounded by weather-worn trees and the campus was barely visible. It was a quiet pond, just like Lake Inawashiro in my hometown. Quiet and tranquil. When I walked up to the edge of the pond, I saw a man on the stepping stones. He was dressed like a doctor and had a modest hairstyle. He watched the surface of water as I did and was twirling his umbrella. Is it Hakase-kun?
博士じゃないですか。
I knew it. I knew it. His nervous face twisted with even more anxiety. What's wrong? What's wrong? Are you excited to meet Hakase too? His nervous face twisted with an even more anxiety. He stood perfectly still, looking troubled. I slanted my umbrella to get a better look. That was when he suddenly noticed me. He turned away from me briefly, then turned back to look at me for a second time. Oh my! Once I got a better look, he was holding a scrap of white paper that I hadn't noticed before in his left hand. He bashfully held it against his mouth as he crossed the stones and approached me. What was he doing? Was he channeling Shanshiro's Mineko? He came up to me with his eyes lowered, and sure enough he stopped right in front of me.
あなたは梅鉢堂の常連の。
覚えていてくださったんですね。偶然ですね。
He laughed awkwardly.
帝大に通ってるんですか？
いえ、まさか。僕はこの近くにある施設の研究員なんです。
Professor was the one who had invented Hanazawa. Invited, not invented. Who had invited Hanazawa into the Army Research Institute's Laboratory of Earth Science Matter 3rd Division. Did that mean the Laboratory of Earth Science Matter 3rd Division was around here somewhere? I constantly thought about wanting to go there, but I decided to give up on any strange prying and let it slide like a normal person.
ところで、玉森くん、今日は何用ですか？で、
What's wrong?
はい。
He suddenly dropped his umbrella and fell to his hands and knees.
ちょっと顔を上げてください。
ごめんなさい。気持ち悪くてごめんなさい。君の名前を知っていたのは
Oh, he accidentally said our name. Oh, I just realized that. I responded like it was normal, but we had yet to be formally introduced.
私は原稿を散らかす癖がありますから、どこかで私の原稿を読まれたんでしょう。ですよね。
ごめんなさい。その通りです。
お名前は？
僕、氷川喜十郎と申します。僕のことは 博士って呼んでくださると嬉しいです。
嬉しいです。Oh, I love him.
博士。じゃあ私も玉森と呼んでいただいて結構ですよ。
玉森くん。玉森くん。
I love how his reaction is always the same. Was he really that happy that it was official now? Professor fidgeted as he slowly stood beside me.
今日は帝大にどんなご用件で？
医学部の友達を待ってるんです。待ち合わせというか、押しかけというか。
Perhaps because I had stumbled over my words, Hakase-kun smiles relaxed.
この池、新寺池といって、三四郎池とも呼ばれているんですよ。
知ってます。漱石の三四郎ですよね。
そうです。三四郎はこの池を回って心を落ち着かせるんです。
博士も何か迷いが？
いいえ、僕はいつもあの丘に立って待っているだけです。
待つ？
僕を待つ誰かに見つけてもらいたくて。
Huh?
三四郎が峰子を見つけたように。ごめんなさい。僕ってばまたおかしなこと。
博士は結構ロマンチックな方なんですね。吉谷信子を好む理由が分かりました。
え？
あ、憶測です。
You're also slipping! Oh no!
書店の店員さんはやっぱりすごいな。僕が買った本から僕の趣味嗜好まで何でも把握するなんて。
The world 1000 years in the future is Asian heroes, flower tales, and finally dog ramagra.
最近は君の物語にも陶酔してしまっているんです。拾い読みして以来、君の虜なんです。気持ち悪いですよね。
Professor told me once that I resembled Kyusaku. He told me that was why he liked me. I got angry and chased him away then, but for some reason I was able to calmly take in his words now.
博士、私も一つ気持ち悪い質問をしてもいいですか？
ええ。
私の物語と夢の旧作の物語、どちらに心惹かれますか？
Are we still battling this? Okay. He and I had just become acquainted, without knowing what motives I may had. I must have been creeping Hakase out.
もちろん、君の物語です。
Wow, he just loves me so much. I love it.
もしどちらの物語の続きを読みたいかと聞かれたら僕は迷わず君と言うでしょう。
But is it really just because the old man thing? You know, his story?
それは私に気を使って？
いいえ。
Yeah. Hakasekun's narrow eye opened. I can't read today. He grabbed my hand briefly, but immediately let go as he sputtered, flustered. Ooh! Play the romantic music, please. After a while, he calmed down and looked back at the pond.
夢の旧作は不思議な人です。本名も素性も何もかも隠されている。本当に実在するかもわからないと言われています。
巷ではそのようですね。
僕はそんな旧作のキャラクター性を含めて好きなんです。
キャラクター性？
当人の特徴や特異性と訳しますか。でもですね、僕は今旧作より君に夢中なんです。
Just love me so much. I love you too, Hakase-kun.
そもそも僕が空想小説に興味を持ったのはきっかけがありまして、少し身の上を聞いてくれませんか？
I nodded awkwardly. We know the story, though.
僕は浅草のとある酒造の息子なんです。人よりちょっと裕福で、お金だけはいつも持っていました。
I wouldn't say a little wealthier. A lot wealthier.
金？
ある日、いつも通り吾妻橋から隅田川を眺めていたら、
Professor's story. We're reading this again, but it's okay. A vagrant came up to me. What happened to your eye? It plopped down the river. Is that why you're searching the water? The man came a little closer. That's dangerous, young man. Still, I have to look for it. You won't find it. See? Look, your eye is right here. The fragrance showed me his clenched fist. I came down from the railing and went to open his hand, but there was nothing in it. The man smiled and grasped my hand as we crossed a Zuma bridge together. I still think that's suspicious as fuck. If an old man came up to you and tried to hold your hand, bitch you better kick his balls and run. Oji-san, Oji-san. Why are you so dirty? I still find that line is so funny. Oh, that's just how I am. I haven't bathed in a while. I'll give you money. That's your precious money. I won't take a single cent. But I feel bad for you. You're a good kid. When I handed him all the money I had, the man responded with a soft sigh. In that case, I'll grant you one wish. My eyes are bad, so I can't read books. I see, I see. So please, tell me a story.
そうして語ってくれたのは地下室に住む怪人の話でした。
地下室に住む怪人の話。
はい。子供に聞かせるにはあまりにも怪奇的なお話でした。僕はそれ以来、怪奇小説、怪奇映画、怪奇談に陶酔し、今に至るのです。
I couldn't help but laugh.
あの時出会ったおじさんはきっと怪奇作家。あの人の作品を探すために僕は古今東西の本屋を巡り歩いていたのです。
はあ。
だから旧作に惚れてしまったのも結局はあの日に出会ったおじさんの面影を重ねていたからなんです。
He liked Kyusaku because he reminded him of that old man. So did that mean he liked me because I reminded him of Kyusaku? But then I remembered. When I had this conversation with Hakase before, it was right after he had read The Phantom in the Basement. Oh, so in the story you haven't read it yet. Hakase-kun had said something unusual after. This story and the story I heard that day are the same. How could they have been exactly the same? I hadn't been influenced by anyone. I hadn't plagiarized either. Among my peers, there were dishonest writers who would keep their plagiarism a secret. But I hated guys like that. That's why even more questions were beginning to surface. Hakase-kun continued without noticing my distress.
君は旧作に似ています。でも文体や世界観よりも僕が似ていると感じたのはこの胸の高鳴りです。わかりません。自分でもどうしてこんなに苦しいのか。
Because you like me.
人違いです。
人違いとかそういう問題じゃないんです。ごめんなさい。せっかくのお言葉を否定してしまってごめんなさい。
いえ。
ここは一つ僕がこういうおかしなキャラクター性を持つ男だとしてもらって僕の仮説を聞いてくださいますか。
I mean, sure.
もしかしたら君は
Right as he seemed to pause, Professor began to rub the eye patch over his right eye. His gaze began to wander, but eventually he cast his umbrella aside and doubled over.
ああ、おこがましすぎる。言えない。
Oh god, he's so cute.
ごめんなさい。
博士、それじゃあ私はこれで。
Even though he calmed down eventually, it seems like it would take a while. It must have been out of reflex again. He immediately let go of me.
僕、君の瞳が好きなんです。
Thanks?
はい？
Hi? He then handed me the scrap of paper he had been holding on to since earlier. His address was written on it. Just my accepting it made Professor's face turn red. When I nodded my head slightly, he covered his face with both hands.
僕の家です。よかったらいつでも。
ありがとうございます。今度こそ、それじゃあ。
I threw a scrap of paper into the pond on the side he couldn't see. In Sanshiro, Mineko dropped a white flower right in front of Sanshiro. It was a suggestive behavior. At the moment, I could sort of understand why Shinshiro had thrown the flower into the lake without much thought or description. White suited this pond. Afterwards, I went back to the lecture halls and waited for people to come out. I was used to the cold stares by now. I couldn't find Kawase among them. But when I peeked into the classroom, he was in before I saw. Huh? But when I peeked into the classroom, he was in before I saw that he had stayed behind and waited for me.
何の用？
急ぎのようだ。
He suddenly narrowed his eyes in suspicion.
聞いてやらないこともないけど、くだらないことだったら許さないよ。
何？ひどく簡単で実にスッキリすることだ。
I came up to the bench Kawase was sitting on the middle of and scooted next to him. Irritated by my smile, Kawase began to put away his papers and void.
みなかみを監禁してほしい。
は？
Huh. His hand said stop, of course.
正確にはみなかみの監禁を手伝ってほしい。
ばっかじゃないの。
Kawase blinked in surprise. Things were progressing the same as before. I figured my biggest mistake last time was using Hanazawa's name to lure Kawase in. Detain Minakami, take 2 would be based on that mistake.
実はなあ、川瀬。やっと気がつけたことがあるのだ。私は夢を見すぎていたと。
My mother trying to make my voice crack. We're learning acting now. He let out an amused sound, like a demon attracted to rotting flesh. I, on the other hand, recalled Naushikun's words. Even when he says something mean to you, you just pretend to be upset. By degrading yourself, Kawase's ego is inflated, so he lets you hang around him. That's how you live. Exactly.
私には才能がない。まがいなりにも続けてきたが、結果を得られなかったのは努力を怠った自分のせいだ。そして私に最も足りないものは経験だ。
よーくわかってくれたみたいだね。
I glanced up at Kawase.
今執筆している地下室の怪人に足りないのは非日常的な恐怖だ。今の私では誘拐された男の心情を書くことはできん。
それで水上を監禁して、その様子を観察してみたいってわけ。
そういうことなのだ。
I love him. See the way he's acting and Kawase believing the shit.
じゃあ君が俺に監禁されてみれば。
Oh. I mean, not on this genre, honey.
え？
どうする？
I've been being chased around by that monster over and over again. I had my fill of unimaginable fear. I just made that all up to rope Kawase in. That was why I fell silent at his extreme proposal.
いや、遠慮する。
Hold up. Wait a minute.
No, I don't think you understand. I'm up.
やっぱり君は自分が可愛いんだな。でも、面白そうじゃんか。その水上監禁。詳しく聞かせない。
His laugh is so hot though.
まず今日の夜、水上を外に呼び出す。そして後ろから奴を目隠しし、タクシーに乗せ連れ去る。
悪いけど、そこまで俺は一切手出しできないから。
お前が水上にすら触れられないことは分かってる。が、手袋ぐらいすれば。
無理だ。俺は人の体温が嫌いだ。
では、 私が奴を目隠しする。そして何か黒い布をかぶせて奴の体温を完全に遮断する。
本格的な人さらいだ。
それなら問題なかろ
君が9割頑張ってくれるなら。
う。よしよし
よし。
何その喜びを。
言いづらいんだが、みなかみの監禁先をお前の家にしたいのだが。
構わないよ。
なぜだ。
なぜだ。
素直に喜んでおきなよ。俺の気が変わらないうちにさ。
Right, Kaze seems to be enjoying this in his own way.
それで奴をどこにどうやっておびき出すの？
これだ。
I pointed to Kawase's notebook, then ripped out a page.
おい、勝手に触るなよ。
触るな。Just a word of Kazuha.
触んな。
じゃあお前がやってくれ。
Kawase took the pen I handed him. He twirled it around doubtful.
で、
そこにこう書いてほしい。物語の最後を教えると。
物語の最後。どういうことだいそれ。
どういうとこだいねそれ。
特に何の意味はない。意味はないが、奴には意味がわかるはずだ。奴は何でもかんでも深読みする癖がある。適当に物語という単語を出して意味ありげなことを匂わせば奴は釣れる。
いくらなんでも、みなかみをバカにしすぎじゃない？
kinda, yeah.
まあ、失敗したら失敗したで他に案を用意している。じゃあ言う通りに書いてくれ。物語の最後を教える。牛の国に水道橋に来いと。
待ってよ。まさか真夜中に実行するわけ？
I mean...
そうに決まってるだろう。でないと人目につく。
俺は嫌だね。それに夜中のタクシーも安くない。
私が9割頑張るのだ。お前がタクシー代と部屋代の1割を補助してくれれば。
嫌だ。
嫌だ。
せめて部屋くらいは用意するけど、あとは君が用意してくれ。じゃあね、次の授業の準備をするから、俺はこれで。
じゃあね。He said, leaving the hastily written letter before exiting the classroom.
玉森さん、どうします？
目隠しの布と縄も奴に頼もうかと思ったが、これ以上不機嫌にさせるとまずそうだな。
それにタクシーのお金も。
I couldn't neglect the cost of the taxi. As for the money remaining in my pocket, and opened my coin purse, he all let out a long sigh.
ああ、そうだ。店に戻って店主からお金をもらいましょう。それで布と縄とタクシー代と。
使用目的を聞かれたらどうする？
食事代を一括で欲しいと頼めばいい。
おお、その手がありますか。
君たちに罪悪感というものはないのかね？
I want money, money! The caramel seller came to mind. He worked from morning to night to earn money.
玉森くん、彼に習ってしっかり働いてみてはどうかね？
やめろ、やめてくれ。
I mean, we could just ask Hakase-kun. I bet he'll give us just a trait of our story.
本当にヘタレだな君は。だが、らしいといえばらしい。
もろもろの金と車の用意は容易ではないのだな。
でも今すぐお金を手に入れるには。
Suddenly stood up.
博士に相談だ。
Indeed, see? That's the best option.
博士？
彼なら車を持ってるし、テーブルクロスの1枚や2枚貸してくれるのではないか？
散々気持ち悪いと嫌悪してきた彼を頼るか。
Totally creepy and disgusting, man. Don't be mean. He's nice.
そうしよう。
そうしましょう、そうしましょう。
Professor came to Mebachi in the evenings. I figured I'd go back to the shop for now and switch place with myself. When I arrived at Umebachi, though, I was lying flat on the floor, facing a manuscript. It was my usual defenseless state. That was made me want to pull on those cheeks to snap him out of it, but no longer feeling the need to talk, I smacked him on the head. I switched places with him, gathered up the manuscript, and straightened out on top of the counter. I wondered when the Frogman and Haruhiko-san's story would finally be complete. I suddenly gave the basement door a sideways glance.
この男は一体何なのだ。
怪人は水上さんの死因と全然関係ありませんでしたね。
I know, right? The phantom in the basement. I covered the door with random books, then lay across the register again.
ねえ、春彦さん。ずっと考えていたことがあるんです。私が水たまりに飛び込んで時間を跳躍したら、前の世界はどうなってしまうのかと。ただでさえ私がいなくても世界は回るんだ。私のいない世界として続いているんだろうなと答えが出ました。
Minakami dying, Hanazawa's dying, and killing Naoshi-kun. Even the worlds I left behind would continue to go on.
それって悲しいことなんですかね。
行く川の流れは絶えずして、しかも元の水にあらず。
How jokey.
オラたちはもう最初の時に帰ることはできない。そう考えると、この世界にいられる時間も残り少ないのかもしれない。
I feared even this plan may fail as well.
地下室の怪人の原稿、博士に預けようかと思います。
そうかい。
Sky suddenly clouded. I traced the letter spelling out, I'll tell you the end of the story while feeling awfully conflicted.
というか、この手紙を水上に渡さないと何も始まらない。
ですよね。
I immediately rode the streetcar and set out the main task I had almost forgotten.
しかし、その手紙をどうやって水上くんに渡すんだい。水上くんへなどと書けば、すぐに私たちとバレるだろ
バレたら警戒されて、また早めに自殺されかねないですよ。
大丈夫だ。私とバレず、かつ水上に届ける方法が一つある。
What I took out then was a single book.
う。それは旧作のドグラマグラではないか。
これを回収するのが梅鉢堂に戻ったもう一つの理由です。宛先など書かずとも、この本にこの手紙を挟んで大泉の家に投函すれば、ほら、水上宛ての手紙が出来上がりだ。
奥さんも直しくんも怪奇物に興味はないからな。この方法がやはり確実だったか。
Besides, the writing on the letter wasn't mine. He probably wouldn't be able to see through my little ploy so easily. I finished my delivery to the mailbox. I figured I could kill some time at Umebachito now, but when I turned my heel, an umbrella rose from the outer fog. It was Madam. Oh, this is cute. Look at Haruhiko-san. My breathing stopped at the sight of the frightening miasma, and I immediately hid in the shadow of the hedges. I watched her every move. Madam checked the mailbox. She knit her brows at the cover of Dr. Magra as she returned to the house.
よし。これで彼女が水上に渡してくれれば。
ところで君は酒造家の友達が多いな。
ああ、見事な酒林ですよね。けどもう20年も昔に酒造りはやめてしまったようです。
けどこうして水上くんを寄宿させてくれるということは、それだけ水上くんの家と親交が深かったんだろうな。
So Madam is related to Hakase-kun?
ええ、詳しいことは私も知りませんが。
I'll be staying at Oizumi-san's house. You come too, Tamamori. He invited me, and I get along with no question asked.
実はオラも下戸でな。博士なら美味しい飲み方を伝授してくれるのではと期待している。
私は絶対に彼とは飲みませんよ。何があっても。
I mean, I can understand why.
そうか。一度酔って話せば仲良くなれると思ったのだが。
True. Hakase's story. Hakase was a fine young man as long as he was speaking quietly. He was rich, he was creepy, but there were times I thought he was interesting too. But Hanazawa's face during that one time night. It was also true that Hanazawa had felt weird because of Hakase-kun. It would have been better if Professor was part of the military.
Eh? 僕に頼み事？
はい、大したことではありません。
それはもう何なりと。君のためなら何なりと。
He sure adore us so much. It makes me feel kind of guilty for tricking him like this.
ありがとうございます。
そのご用件というのは？
用意してもらいたいものがありまして、まず人がすっぽり包めるくらいの布、あと目隠しになる布。
ちょっと待ってください。今書き留めます。
I thought when he said just a moment, he was like, what is it for? But I was like, nope, I'll write it down. What do you need?
それと胴を縛れるくらいの縄と、あと車、それと女中さんをお一人貸していただきたいんです。
ん？
すみません、おかしなことを言って。
いえ、玉森くんの頼みであれば。でも君は一体何をしようと？
So he actually asked. I didn't thought he would ask. He suddenly seemed doubtful when he looked back at his memo. I figured I could win him over if I spoke to him casually, but clearly it didn't work. I grabbed my manuscript then and handed it to him without a word.
これは？
私の原稿です。
そんなの受け取れませんよ。
いいえ、読んでください。あなたは私の読者にふさわしい。
はぐらかすどころか、物を渡して黙らせるとは。
He's cunning, I gotta give him that. Hariko-san muttered with a disgust that went beyond mere shock. Hakase-kun, on the other hand, slowly turned red.
わかりました。玉森くんが嫌というのなら、深くは首を突っ込みません。すぐそこに女中がいますので、ご紹介させてください。
He ran outside, then waved his hand towards the opposite direction, and a black car pulled up right in front of Imajido. Hitsurugi-san came out from the driver's side. Following Professor, she came up to me.
お初にお目にかかります。私、氷川家女中の一剣と申します。以後お見知りおきを。
どうも。
Honestly, I didn't like Hitori-san very much. I greeted her with very wondering eyes.
平素は喜十郎様がお世話になっております。こちら、少ないですが。
She pulled out an envelope from her sleeve. I expected timidly, but when I peeked inside, it was a stack of cash? Whoa! How nice! Oh god, I can't read also. I read that almost everything wrong, but it's fine.
やめてくれ、一剣。僕は友達をお金で買うのはやめたんだ。
No, please continue.
ですが、坊ちゃま。
ごめんなさい、玉森くん。気を悪くしないでください。ごめんなさい。
失礼いたしました。
いや、にゃはは、ご好意としていただきます。
With this much money, I could have a taxi or anything else for that matter at my disposal, so well, it was better to be polite and accepted it.
して、私をお呼びになった理由は何でございましょう？
今夜の牛の国、友人を迎えに行くのです。その送迎を手伝っていただきたく。
かしこまりました。
それと、その友人というのは結構な恥ずかしがり屋でして、女が苦手なのです。
では、私が男装を。
それなら僕が。
坊ちゃまは明日もお早いでしょう。ご自愛ください。
すまないね。
ダンスをする必要などもありません。まず彼に後ろから近づき、布で目隠しをしてほしいのです。彼は暴れるでしょうから、胴を縄で縛り、さらに大布をかけて二重の目隠しをします。一連の誘拐が、いや、誘導を手伝ってください。
No, I mean, coaxing him. I'm coaxing him.
かしこまりました。
Hitotsurugi probably also noticed a weird thing. She paused.
この女、博士やサザンさんと違って本当に目ざとい。
いや、君の要望がめちゃくちゃだからだと思うが。
I know, right?
ともかく、博士を味方につければこちらのものだ。
I saw lightly at her again.
それでは玉森様、私は深夜1時頃に参りますので、この銅の前でお待ちくださいませ。
わかりました。
玉森くん、僕からもお友達によろしくお願いします。
はい、おやすみなさい、博士。
Hakase.
それとなんですが、
He slowly opened his bag and pulled out another tingle fish shorty. By the end of this series, we're gonna have a whole collection like he has. Sure enough, he placed it by the register with a clunk.
受け取っていただけますか？
ありがとうございます。
邪魔に思ったら言ってください。僕が回収しますので。では、今日のところはこれで。
He's so cute though, my heart.
ちょっと待ってください。
Hakase turned around surprised.
三四郎池で、あなたは私に何を言いかけたんですか？
Would you like to hear my theory about why am I such a strange personality? I can't read. Why I'm a man with a strange personality? Perhaps you're...
あれですね。
Hakase stretched his eye patch. His mouth twitched as his cheeks turned red again.
もしかしたら君はダイヤモンドの原石なのかもしれません。君の作品を読んだ時に感じた胸の高鳴りは、旧作を読んだ時のそれと同じでした。
What?
僕なら君をもっと輝かせてあげられるかなと。ごめんなさい。おやすみなさい。
おやすみなさい. He ran out without his umbrella and tumbled into the backseat of the car. Catching on, Hitsurugi-san also took off in a flash. Even now, the sight of Hakase-kun covering his face in embarrassment came to mind.
彼はやっぱり私を大物と勘違いしているようです。
どう弁解しようものか。
Once Professor read my manuscript, he probably adored me even more.
矛盾だ。
Didn't make sense to feel conflicted about being conflicted. However, there was a part of me that wanted to let him keep misunderstanding so I could soak up only the benefits. It was so complicated.
騙そうと思うときは必死なのに、騙していると思うと辛くなる。
何なんでしょうね。人の心づもりっていうのは。
ああ、いっそ騙し合っていれば楽なのだが。
I remember Hitotsurugi-san's eyes. She had a similar eyes professor, but what they saw was totally different. Hitotsurugi-san was looking straight into my heart, and Hakase-kun seems to be looking up in the opposite direction.
Hitotsurugiさんが怖い。
Indeed.
私は女運がないのかもしれない。
ちなみに玉森くんはどんな人が好きなんだい？
I like men.
40代後半で胸と尻が大きい人が好きです。
Huge ass. So he's an ass lady, not a boob lady. Okay. Okay. No judging, no judgment.
なかなか特殊な美意識を持っているな。
春彦さんはないんですか？そういうこだわり。
オラは女に興味はない。息子の教育で手一杯だ。
息子は結婚してるんですか？
I can't even read that. I can't even repronounce that. Falling silent, Haruhiko-san disappeared on his own with the frogman. Why? Why was the sound of my own hallucination expanding? The cuckoo clock rang at that moment. It was 6 o'clock. I needed to close the shop.
玉森君、私は先に寝るよ。
すみません。うるさくしてしまって。
いえいえ、君はたくさんの知り合いがいていいですね。
Indeed.
羨ましい限りです。それじゃあおやすみなさい。
The shopkeeper said. The light clicked off and then he turned on his side.
私は風呂屋に行ってきます。
風邪をひかないようにね。
How should I use the money I got from Hakase-kun? I wondered as I walked outside. That was when I suddenly sneezed. Ugh, my snot is yellow. I could buy a long-sleeved blouse with this money. I could even buy Western-style clothes. But I hesitated and pushed it down farther and farther into my pocket. The goldfish watering cans rubbed noisily against each other. Maybe I'll throw one out after all. Perhaps because of the cold, Sarugakucho's Gikai bathhouse was packed as usual. The old man passing me by smelled unreasonably of yuzu. Once I'd gone through the dressing room into the bath, the place was filled with nothing but old and middle-aged men. What looked like an old woman's head was bobbing among them, except that it ended up definitely being an old man. Of course an old woman would be hanging out in the man's bath. I thought closing my eyes that was when I heard the whispers of the irregulars regiment. Did you see? Did you hear? Kiiteru? Nani? About the giant of Jinbocho. Giant? Is over 6 feet tall. Tawakun butted in this time. He doesn't use an umbrella. And he wears a funny mask. As soon as I spotted him, he vanished. He's weird looking. Is he a monster? Or a ghost? I was glad they at least seemed to be having fun. That earthquake earlier must have been from the giant's footsteps. Baka. No, it had to be. Katakun had a very active imagination. When I unconsciously nodded to myself, their gazes focused on me.
あんた俺たちの話聞いてただろう。
聞いてない聞いてない。
ムカつく顔。
聞いてない聞いてない。
あっち行けよ。
聞いてない聞いてない。
なんだこいつ。
I repeated myself as I drifted from one corner of the tub to another. After standing there dumbfounded for a while, they began to whisper as they watched me.
玉森さん、おかしくなっちゃったんですか？
いいや。これで私を聞いてないお兄さんとでも妖怪化し、勝手に噂してくれないかと思ってな。あの男に関わらない方がいい。
Jinbocho's phantom. They were the dynamic irregulars regiment. There was no way I could stay quiet when they were possibly hot on the monster's trail. Then when I strained my ears, I could hear different words. What was that all about? The heck? It's exhaustion from being a Ronin, say. Really? That's just how it is, so don't go easy on him. Naoshi-kun, you're as cruel as ever. He lives in depravity and will die in depravity. As soon as I spotted him, he vanished. Doko? Nande? Because of death? He went back to the country. I wasn't at the least bit interesting. Before I got out of the bath, I made sure to cut right through them.
大人をあんまりからかうな。
でもほら、怒る元気は湧いたでしょ、お兄さん。
お兄さん What a vile smile. He gave me that smile while knowing I was Tamamori. I felt a stinging pain on the back of my right hand, then quickly exited Gikai's bathhouse. Without cooling down from my bath, I went right back to Umebachito and immediately wrapped myself up in my futon.
不正規連隊にからかわれたことがそんなに辛いかい？
違いますよ。なんだかこの前から体調が悪くて。
症状を詳しく言ってみなさい。
節々が痛くて、だるくて、とにかく眠いんです。気を抜くと、ぼーっとしてしまって。
うん、風邪だ。
風邪？
とにかく暖かくして寝るに越したことはない。
でも、今寝たら起きられる気が。
そういう時は大概寝てしまった方がいい。帰る男。
Haruki-san called for the frogman, who opened his large mouth and swallowed me down, starting from my feet.
Ah, 暖かいな。
カエル男の表面は冷たいが、胃液は28度と快適なのだ。
胃液？じゃあ私は溶かされちゃうんですね。
脳まで侵される一歩手前で起こすから、早く治しなさい。
ありがとうございます。
うん。
Don't we have a appointment at 1 though? Can we wake up? Maybe. I don't know. Haruka-san said as he turned off the light. I slipped onto my back, my eyelids growing heavier and heavier. When I happened to open my eyes, I saw the shadow of something large and round. It was way too bright, so I narrowed my eyes. Then the shadow blocked the light bulb and dropped closer to my face. Sazan-san?
おはようございます。お迎えに上がりました。生森様。
Oh, it wasn't Hitatsurugi, which is nice.
私は一剣の妹、サザン。共に氷川家に仕えて60年となります。以後お見知りおきを。
サザンさん、よろしくお願いします。私は玉森です。
はい、よろしくお願いします。玉森様。
どこから入ってきたんですか？
扉を叩いても返事がなかったので、屋根伝いに。
The rain seemed louder, and sure enough, the window was open.
はあ。というか、すみません。私寝過ごして。
いいえ。
She really was much more tranquil than her older sister. It was like I couldn't even let out a single sigh when Hitatsurugi-san was around. But something felt off when I looked at the clock in my room.
お願いしたのは深夜1時だったはずじゃ。今、夜の11時ですよ。
There were still 3 hours left.
あら
Sazan-san searched her pocket until she found a memo. But she discarded that memo and pulled out another form of a different pocket.
夜の1時に梅鉢堂。夜の1時。夜の11時。
Sazan-san seems to realize her mistake. Her fell as she...
ごめんなさい。ごめんなさい。本当にごめんなさい。
Sorry, I didn't read the previous one because I was vandling with the audio. Oh well, it's fine. I'm sure it was nothing that important.
いいです。びっくりしたおかげですっきり起きられましたし。
ごめんなさい。私また。
Again, I'm already used to your apologies. I thought, but since she was making such a sad face, even I couldn't criticize her.
どうしましょう。どうしましょう。
どうもしなくていいですよ。
お姉様に言いつけられますか？
そんな酷なことはしません。あなたを呼んだのは私ですから。ていうかあなたを呼んだ覚えはないんですが。
あら、ご説明が遅れてすみません。 姉は体調を崩しておりまして、私が代わりを頼まれましたの。
そうだったんですか。お大事にとお伝えください。
はい。では、私車の中で待っておりますので、お時間になったら下にいらしてください。ごめんあそばせ。
She opened her umbrella inside the room, then jumped down from the window. She somehow managed to fall lightly to the ground, then got into the car.
不思議な女だ。天然なのかボケなのか。
おそらく末期性の
Oops. Been trying so hard today, though. Turned off the light, went downstairs, and got into the back seat on my own.
あら、町森様。
なんだか目が冴えてしまって、少し早いですが、水道橋に向かいましょう。
ええ、わかりました。
The frogman showed up then.
2時までには3時間もありますよ。
いいのだ。段取りを伝えるのにどれくらいかかるかわからん。
ああ、確かに。
She drove the car all smiles. Her profile had the luster of someone who didn't seem to be a 74-year-old woman.
さっきおっしゃってた飛行機に使えて60年ってふざけているんですよね。
いいえ、私と姉は20、いえ19、15、14、そう、14の時に奉公に出され、今に
ですが、その肌は74歳のそれではありません。
あらやだ。
You. Oh, that was definitely how an old woman would react.
お坊ちゃまは氷川酒造の当主でありながら発明家であり、天才外科医でもあるのです。この体はその賜物。
多趣味で何よりです。
So they were able to get this beautiful just by tightening their wrinkles and straightening out their spines, huh? The one came to mind when I heard about the woman in their 70s was my grandmother out in the country. I could still remember her bent back, lowered hips, and her constantly hunched over posture. I was able to refine something like that into a figure like this. I had no choice but to acknowledge Hakase-kun's skills.
怖くなかったんですか、整形って。
必要な痛みもありますことよ。それに私はお坊ちゃまを信頼しておりますから、何も怖くありませんでした。
へえ。
飛森様もご興味がありますの？
少しだけ鼻を高くできないかな。
あら、そう低くないと思いますけど。
前見て運転してください。
ごめんあそばせ。
知り合いになかなかの美男子がいまして、比べられることが多いのです。
あら、お心察しますわ。明日朝にでもお坊ちゃまにお伝えしておきます。
Kase would tell you you're beautiful, honey.
やめてください。冗談です。本当にやめてください。
まだお坊ちゃまがご信頼になれませんか？
Sazan-san's voice was so sad. Come to think of it, the maid seemed to think of her master as her own child or something. Just his maids, merely the woman who have looked after him since he was little. That's how she had answered before, but for some reason there was a part of me that was curious about the rest of the story.
首を突っ込むのはよせ、玉森君。こちらが踏み込めば、あちらに踏み込まれるぞ。
でもなんだか怪奇幻想的で、にゃ。
怖いもの見たさか。
Even when I was disgusted with myself.
ともかく話を変えなさい。
ですが、若返りの方法を少し聞くくらい。
屋敷で一剣に襲われたことを思い出せ。この女も何がきっかけで表変するかわからんぞ。
There were certainly twins you could mistake for each other at first glance, but didn't know just how far their similarities went. I averted my gaze a little without answering her question.
私、今日はすごく機嫌がよろしいの。お姉様も床につきながら内心同じ気持ちでいらっしゃると思うわ。お坊ちゃまにお友達が増えるなんて。
I don't like the laugh. Was that true? Itosuruki-san's cold eye seems to have been evaluating if I was worthy enough of Hakase-kun. The car came to an abrupt stop.
着きましたことよ。
ありがとうございます。でも、ここは。
This clearly wasn't Pseudo Bridge.
あら？
お茶の水橋ですね。
Of course. Of course. From there, we went back to Pseudo Bridge and parked the car next to it.
大変失礼いたしました。
いえ。
Somehow she has gotten lost in only the distance between two stations, and now the time was 12:30.
私ったらご迷惑ばかり。
いえ、ところで、お頼みした道具はどこですか？
それはこちらに。
Sazan-san pulled a trunk off the passenger seat. When I opened it, there was a large sheet inside.
カーテンでもよろしかったでしょうか？
大丈夫です。人を一人包めれば。
何か足りないものはございませんか？
サザンさんが用意したんですか？
ええ。
I had a bad feeling.
姉が準備の途中で倒れてしまったので、私が。
Sure enough, there was no cloth that could be used as blindfold.
玉森君、どうする？
目隠しくらい大丈夫じゃないですか？
さすがに腕を縛り布をかぶせるのは2人がかりだ。目隠しをしないと、その間奴に私の姿が見えてしまう。
And I let a troubled grown Sazan-san look worried.
本当にごめんなさい。
いえ、私こそこんな時間にこんな面倒なことを頼んでる時点で。サザンさんも何か体術とかなさってるんですか？
ええ、姉はナイフ投げを。私は美容と健康のため空手を。
Wow.
空手。じゃあ、折り入ってお願いがあるのですが。
I lowered my voice even though no one could hear us. Okay. Okay, so before we could see what happened to Yagami, I think I'm gonna end it here. It's a bit short because I have a lot of audio problems. As you can probably see, there was like spikes of my audio malfunctioning. I hope it's not as much as I expect, because yeah, I can't check right now, but I noticed the camera lagging, meaning the audio is messing up. So I hope it's not much and doesn't bother the story. But yeah, that means I just have to end the episode early. Sorry about that. Again, I really want to do a long episode, but it's not easy to do that, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and I can't wait to see what they'll do to Minagami. Again, Hakase for the win. Bye bye!